12 common food additives should you avoid them. Have you ever read the ingredients on the back of your food packaging and wondered what all those numbers and names mean? In this video, we'll explore 12 common food additives and whether or not you should avoid them. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive into the world of food additives. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Monosodium Glutamate, MSG. MSG, which stands for Monosodium Glutamate, is a common ingredient added to savory food to make them taste even better. You can find it in a lot of processed food like frozen dinners, chips, and canned soups. Restaurants and fast food places often use it too. Some studies have suggested that eating MSG could make you gain weight and make metabolic problems. But for some folks, eating MSG can cause symptoms like headaches, sweating, and numbness, especially if they eat a lot of it. Artificial food coloring. Artificial food coloring is used to make things look super bright and colorful, like candy and ketchup, but lately some people have been worried that it might not be so good for us. Some folks can have allergic reactions to certain food dyes, and some studies have suggested that artificial food coloring could make kids more hyperactive. There are also concerns that certain food dyes could cause cancer. It's always better to eat whole foods that are packed with nutrients and don't have any artificial coloring added to them. Sodium nitrite. You'll often find sodium nitrite in processed meats like salami and bologna. And that's there to keep the meat from getting all funky and gross while also giving it a salty flavor and that pinkish red color. Studies have shown that eating a lot of processed meat could up your risk of getting colon, breast, and bladder cancer. Instead of chewing down on bacon, hot dogs, and all that, try getting your protein from healthier sources. There are a lot of options, like chicken, beef, fish, pork, nuts, eggs, and hemp. Guar gum. Guar gum is a fancy way of saying a type of carbohydrate that makes food thicker and stickier. It's used in a lot of different foods, like ice cream, dressings, and soups. Too much guar gum can be bad for you. It can expand up to 20 times its size, which can cause problems if it gets stuck in your throat or gut. High fructose corn syrup is a sweetener made from corn that is used in soda, candy, cereal, and other snacks. It's loaded with fructose, a type of sugar that can be harmful to your health if you consume too much of it. Studies have shown that high fructose corn syrup can lead to weight gain and diabetes. Fructose can also cause inflammation in cells, which can contribute to chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners are a type of sweetener used in many low-calorie foods and drinks to make them taste sweet without adding extra calories. Artificial sweeteners are safe for most people when used in moderation. But if you notice any negative side effects, make sure to read labels carefully and limit your intake. Carrageenan. Carrageenan is a substance derived from red seaweed that is used in many foods as a thickener, preservative, and emulsifier. They can find it in dairy-free products like almond milk, vegan cheese, coffee creamers, cottage cheese, and ice cream. One animal study found that exposure to carrageenan increased levels of blood sugar and glucose intolerance, particularly when combined with high-fat diet. Carrageenan may also be bad for your digestive health and linked to the formation of intestinal ulcers and growths. Sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate is a type of preservative that's often added to acids foods and drinks like salad dressings, pickles, fruit juices, and sodas to keep them fresh for longer. For example, when combined with artificial food coloring, it can cause hyperactivity in young kids. And if you drink a lot of sodas with sodium benzoate in them, you might experience symptoms of ADHD. If sodium benzoate is combined with vitamin C, it can turn into a chemical called benzene that's linked to cancer. Trans fat. Trans fats are a type of fat that's been processed to make it last longer and keep food from going bad. It can be found in things like baked goods, microwaved popcorn, margarine, and biscuits. Unfortunately, trans fat can be pretty bad for your health. Eating too many trans fat can increase your risk of heart disease and even diabetes. Xanthan gum. Xanthan gum is a go-to ingredient used to thicken and stabilize many kinds of food, like salad dressings, soups, and sauces. Using too much xanthan gum may cause digestive issues like increased stool output, gas, and soft stools. Artificial flavoring. Artificial flavors are chemicals created to mimic the taste of other ingredients. They can copy many different flavors, like popcorn, caramel, fruit, and more. One study found that when rats were fed artificial flavoring for 7 days, their red blood cell production was significantly reduced. Not only that, but certain flavors like chocolate, biscuit, and a strawberry were also found to have a toxic effect on their bone marrow cells. Yeast extract. Yeast extract is something they add to savory food like cheese, soy sauce, and salty snacks to give them more flavor. It contains something called glutamate. Eating too much glutamate can cause headaches, numbness, and swelling in some people who are sensitive to it. Kinda like MSG. Listen up, folks. Some additives in our food can be bad news, but not all of them are harmful. You can still enjoy a healthy diet with some food additives in moderation. And don't forget, eating fresh ingredients is always better than processed and packaged foods. Try to incorporate some fresh fruits, veggies, and whole foods into your diet to reduce your intake of food additives. Stay healthy, everyone! Hit that subscribe button, join our community, and let's embark on this empowering path together. Green Healthy Diet.